company.
Tonight on Ctv3 News, we'll tell you about an aggravated burglary that occurred in broad daylight in the village of August Pine Ridge in Orange Walk. Commission of Inquiry into the sugar industry holds a first day of public consultation. BSI ESR is out on the stand. And Bolido and lottery draw breaks in $72 million over 8 months. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Tuesday, August 27th, 2024.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize!
Hey there, smart thinkers! We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a lone ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't leave this plan. I can't leave this plan.
Vacancy. A vacancy exists at Centaur Communications Corporation Limited for a video editor videographer in the media department. As a video editor videographer, you will be responsible for capturing and editing video content for various platforms, including social media, websites, and promotional campaigns. Key responsibilities: capture high-quality video footage for various projects, including interviews for news and morning show, events, and promotional materials. Edit and assemble footage into polished final products, incorporating graphics, sound, and effects as needed. Assist in the broadcasting of the morning show and evening news. Collaborate with the creative team to brainstorm and develop concepts for video projects. Manage multiple projects simultaneously, ensuring deadlines are met and quality is maintained. Qualifications: you must possess experience as a videographer and video editor, proficiency in video editing software, Adobe Premiere Pro, After Effects, DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Audition, and Photoshop, experience with camera equipment and lighting setups, eye for detail, ability to work independently and collaboratively in a fast-paced environment, ability to work flexible hours, excellent communication and organizational skills, willing to learn vMix, TriCaster, Data Video, and vMix UTC if no experience. Interested applicants may submit a letter of application along with their resume, 2 letters of reference, and a police record no later than Friday, August 30, 2024 to Human Resources Manager, Centaur Communications Corporation Limited, 61 Queen Victoria Avenue, Orange Walk Town.
The BTIA Orange Walk chapter does it once again with the 7th Annual Tourism Expo. Come out on Saturday, August 24th, 2024 as of 10 a.m. at the Orange Walk Central Park and get great deals with BMDC, Hello Body Belize, Enchantment, and much more. Or visit informational booths including BTIA, RFNG, BTB, and Digi. There will be lots of foods and drinks to choose from. Throughout the day, embrace our melting pot of culture with presentations from the Palmar Dance and Cultural Group with their Baile de la Cabeza, and a special demonstration by the Kinich Aha, Pok the Pok team, and a Baile del Machete. Enjoy the dynamic musical entertainment by the Super Foodia Band, along with others local artists such as Tiny Melodies and Daddy Flow. Ignite your pre-September celebration engine and come out to BTA's Orange Walk Tourism Expo from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Saturday, August 24th. See you there. This event is brought to you in partner by Orange Walk Town Council, Central Communications Company Limited, Diamond Sponsors, Belize Tourism Board, Belize Marketing and Development Corporation. Co-sponsors DigiOne, Beltrade, Atlantic Bank Limited, Quasar Security Limited, DFC. Silver sponsors Atlantic Insurance Company, RFNG, Madisco, Zeta Purified Water and Ice, Victoria House Resort and Spa, GSCOM, Program for Belize Cocina Sabor, Oceana, Panificadora La Popular, and Quartz.
Good evening with your news also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. We start off tonight's newscast with an aggravated burglary that occurred in the village of August Pine Ridge in the Orange Walk district in broad daylight. The incident played out at around 7 this morning as a 58-year-old Jovita Blanco was walking out of her home while her husband Erlinda Blanco was outside inflating the wheel of a bicycle. According to Jovita, as she was walking out the door, 3 men, 2 of dark complexion and 1 of Hispanic descent, all concealing their identity with rags, arrived at the residence. One of the individuals, who was armed with a gray 9mm firearm, approached Jovita and demanded that she hand over the cash.
Pero me extrañó porque cuando yo miré doblaron para entrar para la casa y no les voy a mentir, sentí como un de repente, ¿verdad? Que te sorprendan. Me paniqué pues de ver que tienen tapado toda la cara. Yo dije, eso no son nada bueno. Y me paré allá enfrente, abrí la puerta y de eso cuando entraron es que me están empujando. Me dicen, vamos adentro. Y le dije, ¿por qué? Le digo. Y me dice, pues no me pregunte, vámonos adentro. Le dije, pues yo no voy a ir adentro, que dime qué usted quiere. Y me dice, ¿y dónde está el dinero? Y le digo, ¿y qué dinero? Le dije, ¿qué dinero quieren ustedes? Y me dice, ustedes tienen dinero aquí, ¿verdad? Yo no tengo dinero, señor. Le dije, yo no tengo nada de dinero. Y dice, así no nos mienta, vaya, entren adentro, queremos ese dinero. Le dije, pues yo no tengo nada para ir a buscar adentro. Le dije, porque yo no tengo dinero. Yo llevaba en mi wallet en mi mano. Y en eso me lo arrebató. Y cuando me lo agarró, sacó el dinero que tenía y lo metió en su bolsa y me tiró mi wallet en el suelo. Y me dice, ¿a dónde está el balance? Le dije, eso es lo único que yo tengo. Le digo, yo no tengo ni un centavo más. Ese dinero yo mañana lo necesitaba porque yo tengo que llevar a mi hijo. Le digo que se accidentó y mañana le tienen que hacer radiografía. Le digo, ahora usted ya me agarró mi dinero. Le dije yo, así los otros 2 ya habían entrado adentro.
Jovita was then escorted inside her home where the 2 other men ransacked the residence looking for more cash.
Me botaron todo adentro, me voltearon todo lo que había, todo lo que es trapo en el ropero lo sacaron afuera, me viraron los colchones y todo y no encontraron nada. Y solo tenía yo, aparte de lo que me agarraron en mi wallet, que casi era como $300, me agarraron 120 que tenía apartado para comprar unas maderas esta mañana que me iban a traer. Agarraron y salieron, se fueron en la otra casa y ahí abrieron el gavetero de mi hija, le sacaron un poco más de $200 también. Y cuando salieron le dice al otro uno que estaba ahí conmigo, porque él no se movió, él me tenía apuntado, pero yo no me moví ningún rato. Y cuando ellos salieron, le dice ese uno, vámonos, dice, así no tenemos nada más que hacer aquí, dice, porque nos dieron esta es casa equivocado, esta es casa equivocado, este no es aquí, dice. Y agarraron y se salieron y se fueron.
As the assailants left the area in a gray 4-door vehicle towards the direction of Shipyard, Jovita says she called the cops, but they arrived hours after. Luckily, no one was hurt during the incident.
Yo llamé a la policía saliendo, y yo llamé a la policía pasó esto como a las 7, yo llamé a la policía como 7:15 creo.
The first round of hearings will run from August 27th to the 31st, and stakeholders that have been called for the public hearings include Belize Sugar Industries Limited, Belize Sugarcane Farmers Association, Curzal Sugarcane Farmers Association, Progressive Sugarcane Farmers Association, the Northern Sugarcane Farmers Association, as well as the Sugar Industry Control Board and its affiliates. Day one of the hearings kicked off promptly at 9 this morning, with the first to appear before the commission being personnel from Belize Sugar Industries. Representation from BSI included Finance Director Sean Chavarria, Cane Farmer Relations Manager Olivia Aveles, along with Sustainable Agriculture Lead at BSI Adrian Zatina. After being officially sworn in to testify before the commission, which is being led by Wayne Piper, Chavarria first proceeded to offer a statement from the millers on their expectations for the commission and what they seek to accomplish in leading the industry towards a sustainable area. Questioning then promptly began, with each commissioner fielding questions to those present. In their line of questioning, the commissioners covered a wide range of matters, including the steps which BSI ASR has taken to maximize productivity in Northern Belize, beginning with a complete revision of the Sugar Act.
What we recommended was that the Sugar Act has to start looking at the actual structure of the industry. And the actual structure of the industry is one where you now have a new sugar mill in the west of Belize. In 2014, they were still in this, I think, implementation and construction. But now you have this new reality where you have a new sugar mill. They don't operate under the Sugar Act, right? They are separate from the Sugar Act. And I think for that reason, they are able to operate a lot more efficiently, because they are able to have that direct relationship with the growers that they have on their own operations to do the same things that we're talking about, the proper coordination of a harvest and delivery plan, the scheduling, the testing. So by having that sort of direct interaction, right, they are able to do some of these practices much more efficiently. And so what we had put as part of our recommendation is that the Sugar Act has to recognize that you have private farmers who own their own land and choose to grow sugarcane, and you have two sugar mills that are privately owned. So and you then have one mill and one sector that operates under the Sugar Act, and then you have another sector that does not operate under the Sugar Act. And so what we saw was that all these provisions in there, the Sugar Act that seeks to put more bureaucracy on not only the mill, but also the farmers and how their associations are governed, those things need to come out, because the associations have their company documents, or in this case, their association documents that would govern how they are managed. We similarly have corporate documents that list how, as a company, we are managed. And so a lot of those sections in the Sugar Act that speak to how they should be managed are really not necessary. We also feel that there has to be this recognition that the transactions for buying cane are private commercial transactions, and that, you know, in our view, the Sugar Act should not be getting involved in that.
Another important topic raised by BSI ESR is the need to minimize the kill-to-mill time, which has been an issue for several years. This, according to BSI, can be achieved in part by individual truck testing.
The burning, right? There was many years ago when we were discussing, we can implement some mechanism that controls burning in applying perhaps on a weekly basis for burn permits and not allowing burning to happen without any control. Because that's what's happening right now, right? They're burning an entire field, and that field will be harvested over the course of a week. If we would implement a harvesting plan, based on your harvesting plan, submit, and this is tentative. The field realities will dictate what happens out there, but we need to have some order in what happens. So submitting your tentative harvesting plan, this is what I intend to do, so that we can have some control and order over the type of burning that happens on a weekly basis to avoid the over-preparation of cane.
Okay, thank you, Olivia. Thank you, Adrian, for those full answers. I've just got one small follow-up to bring you back specifically to the kill to mill time. If there was one action that you would like to see the industry do to achieve 24 hours kill to mill time or less, what would that be?
Testing by individual truck. Target, 24 hours. 12 hours is fantastic, but 24 hours was our target, and we were teaching farmers how to stay within that kill to mill and what are some of the best practices that were required. The EU AMS project funded a fantastic state-of-the-art near-infrared system. Chris Henderson, an Australian, came to do the training for a group of technicians, and they were pre-harvest testing to make sure that the equipment is able to first be calibrated. The recommendation through that was, and they were on their 4th year when that whole team was fired, taken out of the NIR laboratory, all of them. And to this date, no other technician that was brought to fill those posts have been trained and can operate that state-of-the-art technology. That was en route to discrete testing, individual cane testing. That machinery can be retrofitted with a core sampler. I know core sampler kind of is a bad word among some farmers, not all. Core sampler is just a mechanism to sample the truck. Farmers have been calling for at least the operation of the NIR without the core sampler. They can take a sample with a loader, if that is too much trouble, but the core sampler is ideal.
In their intent to modernize the northern sugar industry, BSI-ASR says it is also working on a number of projects to help increase the overall yield in the area, which also includes moving to mechanized harvesting.
BSI's cane growing project was set up as a project, because as the name suggests, cane growing project, as a way to trial different technologies for farmers. It has expanded and now delivers 10% of the cane. But one of the key objectives of this program is to trial technology. We have done a lot of trial and error. We have failed in many cases and have succeeded in other cases. And these are the things. Farmers don't have all that money to invest because they don't have sort of the overhead to help them. Mechanized harvesting has been one very successful project that we started with the Green Cane Growing Project, and we are now 7 years. We're proud to say we're 7 years into harvesting for farmers. And that requires really transfer of technology, adoption strategies. We use a social marketing approach. And the social marketing approach is important because it starts with knowledge. You raise people's knowledge about something, awareness. You try to change attitudes in a positive way. And that means that if you have knowledge and positive attitudes about a particular transfer or technology, then you may value that activity or behavior. If you have knowledge, attitude, good attitudes, good values, you are able then to speak with others, and we create interpersonal communication with farmers. Yes, no, maybe so. But most importantly, those interpersonal communications are to identify barriers of behavior change. And as social marketers, we want to ensure that we hear exactly what the farmer barriers are, and at the same time identify the benefits of the particular technology or behavior that you're trying to change. Only when we identify the barriers and increase the benefits, you can have behavior change. And so your benefits need to be this long and your barriers this long. When we start those programs, that's inverted. You have your barriers are this tall and your benefits are this tall. So what you want there is to invert that, and you can only get that done through the interaction with cane farmers. That's a social marketing approach that we use in a number of our projects. It has been successful for mechanical harvesting. It is used for the AgroPro. We hope that in some years we can give you really good results, but we are using the same approach. The other projects that we've done, Hershey's projects, we have used the same approach.
One key area of today's session with BSI, including questioning by Chairman Wayne Piper about BSI's commitment towards ensuring that they would be able to mill additional sugarcane if it is the case that farmers were to increase their production.
Productivity is one thing. Production is another. So we're talking about two different things. Production, we get it. We're talking about capacity, mill, expansion. But when we talk about productivity in this session, we want to make sure that we are clear that unless the farmer improves their productivity from their own standpoint, their cost will not go down. And so that's where you want the farmers to realize that the productivity, it's not about producing cane in 20 acres and stretching that seed. It's consolidating the farms and making sure that the farm, even if it's less land, is producing so that your cost can go down. So let's make sure that those two things are spoken about separately, at least in our minds.
I think we are clear on that. I think the quest, because you are speaking from a point of seeing the TCA, the tons per acre, increase. Mm-hmm. And we are all clear on that. But you're speaking of it from a point of you see it increase, and then the farmers, once we get the payment management systems and the testing systems from what you've said in order, then from the cost savings perspective and the income perspective, you're saying the farmers would have a better income. Is that correct?
Even if they don't increase production, total production, but they increase productivity, they are able to save and they are able to make a better return.
Yeah. So I think to hammer the point, the productivity is about the sustainability aspect of it, right? Getting your costs to be efficient. As a natural consequence, what you would expect that it would improve productivity, the gap that we currently have between the 1,050,000 plus the standover this year, which may be around 1.1 million, to the 1.3 million will be closed. So it's two things that have to occur. You have to see improved TCA, and we have to start closing that gap. Then we start talking about, in terms of the environment, it's the farmers wants an environment, a home where they feel that they can get to deliver their cane. The mill similarly wants to have an environment where it feels that there is a level playing field and that there's a right investment climate, because we've done the numbers. An expansion of 1.8 million to 2 million tons is about $100 million US. And so if you make that investment, you have to have a degree of confidence that you will have that opportunity to make a return on investment.
The public hearings continue on Wednesday with BSI ESR dealing particularly with the milling aspect of their operation. Back in the month of December of 2023, the government of Belize, under the Ministry of Economic Development, reintroduced the Bolido and lottery draw to Belizeans. Fast forward today, the John Briseni administration is reporting $72 million in gross revenue from the sale of Bolido and lotteries over the course of 8 months. When it comes to profit, the lotteries committee is reporting some $13 million.
Gross sales 72 million. 72 million for the 8 months. Wow. Yes. And we are reporting net profit of 13.5 more or less million. Okay. Our administrative cost, I will tell you, is less than 1%. It's about 600,000. That's paying software, paying the cloud for the servers, etc. And we have 6 staff members. That's it. Winnings is 69-70%. It fluctuates between 69-70%. And then we have to pay the agents and the resellers. Or we pay the resellers who pay the agents.
So how much of a percentage is that part?
That's 15%. So that the agents have basically stay with 5%, and they pay the resell or the small agents 10%.
To me,
the way you look at lotteries from an economic standpoint, right, is or gaming really, is a reallocation of resources to a sector of the population. Wow. Right? This is what happens. You will never be able to stop gambling or playing of lotteries. It will always be from all spheres of, or all sectors of society. But basically, the low-income earners are the biggest players. And why? For all the social reasons, that's the situation.
How does the 72 million compare to 8 months on the Brads for a comparable period?
Well, I was looking at the numbers last night, Jules, and looking from 2019, when he reported gross sales of 19 million.
Annual gross sales.
Annual gross sales of 19 million.
So this is almost 4 times that.
Yes, and 2022 when he reported 45 billion. But at that time, remember that the government had changed. I was already chairing a new lotteries committee, and we were trying to do our work as best as possible to ensure more oversight.
The committee is further projecting $108 million in gross revenue within a period of 12 months. Of note is that proceeds from the Bolida will go to NHI, sports, and a charities fund. Coming up next, the Curacao Town Council invests in education. Stay tuned.
The Public Utilities Commission continues to drive changes for Belize's utility and ICT sectors by creating new regulations and updating existing laws and rules to elevate the legal framework for water, telecommunication, and electricity. Overall, our work at PUC allows for better protection of consumers and the environment, a comprehensive integration of renewable energy sources into the national power grid, assures businesses continuity of utilities, promote competition and investments, and enhances national development in Belize. PUC, transforming the utility and ICT sectors by modernizing the regulatory framework.
we're calling it a multi-purpose park because it will have a variety of services and amenities. So right to my left here will be a state-of-the-art parking lot. Immediately in front of that, in 2 acres, we will have a hotel and convention center. Then on this side here, it's going to be recreational areas. On the northeast side, we're going to have an amphitheater for musicians so that persons visiting could have high-quality entertainment with our well-known artists in Dangriga.
With this project, it gives the community an opportunity to work, to invest, to grow. More revenues for the town council. That means more streets, more drains, more parks, more playgrounds. The economy grows.
All of us have collaborated on making this a reality, and certainly this will have a huge impact in terms of employment, in terms of quality of life.
This evening when we're looking at the park and the multi-purpose use of this park, this green area, and convert it to a park, again, it has to do with people, that they could bring people together.
Win big with Centaur. As a valued customer, we're showing our appreciation for your continued loyalty with an incredible promotion. Update your account and receive 1 ticket to win $1,000 cash towards your child's education expenses. Get an extra ticket for every month you pay in advance. One lucky winner for each of our 3 branches will receive $1,000 cash. Drawing date September 6 on the Despierta Belize Morning Show. Don't miss this opportunity to secure your child's education. Update your account now. Start earning those entry tickets and win big with Centaur.
As students prepare for the reopening of the new school year, several organizations are rolling out their back-to-school program, handing over backpacks and basic school supplies to lucky recipients. In Corozal, the mayor and his councillors were able to put a smile on some 100 students yesterday as they received a number of school items. The students, according to Mayor Vellos, were selected based on needs.
What we did is we reached out to all the different schools, 9 different schools within town, and we reached out to them and we asked them to please assist us in reaching out to the students that really needed school bags for the new school year that is about to come. So they sent us a list of names of the children that really need it. We wanted to reach out to the kids that really need help. We all know that every school year is always an expense for parents when it comes to school bags, uniforms, books, shoes, tennis. It's always a huge expense, and many times, as much as we try to prepare as a parent for these expenses, it's never enough. So we wanted to do our little part through the town council, and as a council we decided to go to the different schools, the 9 schools, and ask them to send us the names of 10 students, 9 to 10 students who really need that help. And that's how we reach out to them. Yesterday in the evening at 4:30, the students came by and received their school bags. What was most amazing of it is that, you put a smile on a kid's face. And that's very special for everyone and for us, knowing that, we did help somebody. There is one home or many homes out there who have to worry less on how they will get a school bag for their kids. It's very important. We all know this time of year can be very stressful for parents when it comes to expenses. It will always be part of me, and it will always be special for me because I was in that shoe one time of my life when things were hard. I saw my parents working hard, going through these expenses, So I know how hard it is. So I try to do my best, and I try to encourage my council to always do it every year. But my advice for the students, to every child, or every teenager out there, rather even if you're going to primary school or high school or university, look forward to the new school year. It is a new experience. Believe you me when I tell you that the school days are your better days, your best days, your most happy days, the most fun days.
The back-to-school program was made possible with the assistance of the business community, who, according to the mayor, have been very supportive when it comes to education.
Yeah, I do want to take time to thank the business community, the different entities who keep being part of the process to ensure that all these happen through the year, and more importantly for September celebrations. Without them it would have been extremely impossible. They also play a big role. They also put in a little grain during September celebrations. So a huge thank you to them for working together with the Corozal Town Council.
The council is still accepting assistance from the business community as they intend to reach out to more students who need help as classes reopen in the next few days. Today, 2 new ambulances were officially handed over to the Ministry of Health and Wellness to complement the existing fleet at Western Regional Hospital in Bamopan. The donation came from the Embassy of Japan to Belize and the Grassroots Human Security and Cultural Projects. According to the Minister of Health, Honorable Kevin Bernard, the donation of these ambulances will increase response capacity in emergencies, and it will provide safer transportation for improved management and intervention time.
But I must express on behalf of the ministry to you, Ambassador, and the country of Japan for this very generous donation to the Western Regional Hospital of 2 ambulances. We know that the cooperation and the work that you have all been doing and continuously assist the ministry in various other areas is definitely not going to be seen or go unnoticed, sorry. But I want to also mention that these initiatives definitely aligns with what we're the commitment in achieving our sustainable development goals, which is focuses on ensuring that we have good health in our communities, access to care, and at the same time, these ambulances will definitely help to bridge the gap that currently exists. As I was asking the hospital administrator a while ago, this will now add to the fleet and give us at least 4 ambulances that will be able to cover this area. I think the Ministry of Health and Wellness has been in the news a lot lately, but for good things at the same time. And today is just another one of those important occasions. And I want to as well thank the staff, the administrator, our Dr. Fanelda Gutierrez, our Western Regional Health Manager, and everyone here who, the drivers, but especially our citizens for their patience as well. Whenever there is these investments made, it's always for us to ensure that we improve on delivery of services, we improve on the quality of care that we provide for citizens. And so, as the Minister of Health, I want to once again say thank you all very much. We really appreciate this contribution.
The donation comes at a cost of more than $200,000. According to the Ambassador of Japan to Belize, His Excellency Nobuyuki Shirakata, discussions for the donation began last October.
It is an honor for me to attend this handing over ceremony concerning the project for the provision of ambulance at the Western Regional Hospital. The grant contract signing ceremony was held on Monday, October 23rd last year. Funding support in the amount of $212,500 or $419,875 was provided through the Embassy of Japan's Grant Assistance for Grassroots and Human Security Project Program. In Japanese, Kusanone. It means grassroots. With a view of emphasizing relations between Japan and Belize, the Embassy of Japan is pleased to have been able to support this project, which facilitates the procurement of 2 ambulances for the Western Regional Hospital. Based on shared vision, which puts people at the center of our action, Japan understands the importance of having viable health sector that effectively contribute to the socio-economic well-being for all Belgian citizens.
With added ambulances, it is expected that response capacity will increase. In the post-COVID-19 era, Belize and her people are preparing for a throng of activities in the month of September. This takes place as the Jewel celebrates 43 years of independence. For the upcoming month, each municipality rolls out its red carpet to welcome visitors from across the nation. In Corozal, the September Celebrations Committee met today at the Corozal Town Council conference room with all stakeholders to discuss the details of this year's activities. The meeting was chaired by Mayor Rigo Veos.
This morning what we did, we met with the different stakeholders who take part at every year's September celebrations. And what we wanted to do is we wanted to discuss the calendar that we have set for Corozal Town and to ensure that we keep everybody informed of the different events that we will have and to share ideas and to ask them if there's anything that they would want to change or see better to change so we can do it. This town council just want to be very inclusive. Every person, every business, every stakeholder is very, very important during the September celebrations because every one of us have a little grain to put on it, And end of the day, we are all Belizeans as we want to have the best September celebrations. Every municipality wants to have the best. And I am sure that Corozal will have the best, right? But, we try to be inclusive and we ask them to meet today just so we can discuss the calendar and the different events. It's important to have stakeholders like the police department, like the BDFs, the Ministry of Health, all those entities were present, Ministry of Education, House of Culture, NICH. It's very important for each one of us to know the information so that September can be run very smooth for a whole month. So that's basically what we did. We discussed the calendar, discussed the different events, we share ideas, we saw where we probably needed to do some tweaks and changes, and that's what we did today.
This year, the committee has come up with events that push for more inclusivity and engagement with the community.
The two things, the two activities, it's a cycling race that's going to happen between Orange Walk and Corozal, and also the MMA fight that will be end of September, which are two new activities for Corozal Town, but I am sure that the people will enjoy it and look forward to it. But the calendar is already, if I'm not mistaken, on social media. We will continue to post it and update it if it's needed so that people stay informed. We want the people to have fun for September. These events are there for them to come out and have fun, to enjoy themselves, to feel how special September it is for us as Belizeans.
Earlier this week, the Orange Walk Town Council, through Councillor Dorette Pascasio, in collaboration with the National Drug Abuse Control Council, NDAC, and the Muffles College High School Art Club, officially inaugurated a one-of-a-kind mural at the Central Park. The mural depicts the importance of inclusion in our community while also raising awareness about the importance of being drug-free in our community. The project, according to NDAC coordinator in Orange Walk, Alfred Anderson, highlights the importance of stakeholder collaboration to ensure that Orange Walk Town remains drug-free and inclusive.
To unveil this mural at the Central Park here in Orange Walk, the National Drug Abuse Control Council, in collaboration with Councillor Dorette Pascasio, who holds a portfolio of special education, artist Alexis Torres, who is the artist with the design that came up with a nice, beautiful design, and the Muffles High School Art Club, who participating in the painting of the mural.
The mural, located behind the main stage at the Central Park, seeks to portray a strong message and depicts a young boy in a wheelchair reading a book with the captions, "Inclusion Matter, coming together for a drug-free environment."
That we are bringing across with this mural is that this mural stands as a symbol of our commitment to fostering an environment where every voice is heard, every individual is valued, and every person feels safe. In promoting drug-free in our community, we are not only promoting health and well-being of our people, but also creating spaces where everyone is empowered to thrive. It also serves as a reminder that inclusion is in the heart of a resilient, united community, where together we can build a future where diversity is celebrated and every member of our society is supported to their journey to live a life free from harms of drug use, while creating a safe space and a drug-free environment as inclusion matters.
The newly completed mural can be viewed at the Central Park. And there is more news after the break. Stay tuned.
We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Let's get to work.
Tall, dark, and horny at 12 o'clock.
I've been waiting 40 years for this. They called themselves Ghostbusters. According to these hacks, they saved the world. No eyewitnesses. And who is found to carry the torch? Descendants of Egon Spengler. You have a miner hanging out the side of a moving vehicle, firing a laser gun indiscriminately.
Has a proton pack.
It's completely safe.
I wouldn't say completely safe.
The Ghostbusters are finished.
Right, well, overruled.
Sustained.
Thank you.
You the weird guy who buys strange old things?
Correct on both counts.
Buddy, you just hit the jackpot.
What is it?
Better question is, what's inside of it?
The parables tell of an unimaginable evil commanding an army of ghosts. With the power to kill by fear itself.
Like, literally scared to death?
We might be looking at a second ice age.
We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Let's get to work.
Can I be of any help? Melnitz in uniform! Yes!
If there's something strange, if there's something weird, who are people gonna call?
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
We're the Ghostbusters. Can I tell you something else?
What?
Buster makes me feel good. It makes me feel good.
Heads up. Tall, dark, and horny at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
As part of its commitment to enhance agricultural productivity and environmental stewardship, the Ministry of Public Utilities, Energy, Logistics, and E-Governance distributed Pico solar kits to big farmers across the nation, empowering farmers with renewable energy. The initiative is aimed at supporting sustainable farming practices in Belize. To promote renewable energy solutions and reduce the reliance on traditional, less sustainable energy sources, the ministry is providing state-of-the-art Pico solar kits to pig farmers. These compact and efficient solar systems are designed to deliver reliable power to rural areas, improving the operational efficiency and overall productivity of farms. The Pico solar kits are equipped with a high-efficiency solar panel, LED lighting for improved visibility, and a charging port for small electronic devices. These kits are expected to provide significant benefits to pig farmers, including enhanced farm operations, reduced energy costs, and environmental benefits. The Ministry of Energy has collaborated with the Pig Council Association and the Belize Livestock Producers Association to ensure the effective distribution of 100 kits. The Ministry of Health and Wellness, with support from UNICEF Belize, has taken a significant step to strengthen Belize's primary health care system. Today at the Old Belize Conference Room, officials gathered to launch the Community Health Workers CHW Manual and Job Aid Tool. The updated CHW Manual is the product of extensive collaboration between the Ministry of Health and Wellness and international partners like UNICEF, underscoring their commitment to advancing community health. The ministry extends its gratitude to the various units whose dedication led to the manual's successful completion. While the 2013 competency-based training curriculum laid the foundation for CHWs, this revised manual offers a more comprehensive approach, including new topics such as mental and adolescent health. It introduces teaching strategies to enhance skill building and health promotion services. Alison Parker, UNICEF representative to Belize, reaffirmed their commitment, stating CHWs serve as a crucial link between the formal health system and the community, addressing unmet health needs and enhancing health system resilience. It is essential that they receive adequate training and support to provide optimal care. UNICEF will continue to invest in a trained, professional, and resilient community health program reaching all children. Honorable Kevin Bernard, Minister of Health and Wellness, highlighted in his keynote address, CHWs have earned global recognition for their dedication. Their crucial role in achieving universal health coverage reminds us to optimize their performance and increase program effectiveness. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Wednesday, August 28th here on Ctv3 News and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com Ctv3 Belize News or our YouTube channel at Ctv3 News BZ. From all of us here at Ctv3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.